This week on Steel Horse Thunder, we cover Rolling Thunder's last national ride to D.C.
I don't ever want another family to have to go through this. I'll look for him till the day I die. And I want to take care of our veterans, I want to take care of our military, and I want our soldiers to come home.
And then we head out to Lucas Oil Raceway Park and get a look at some amateur drag racing.
The first game that you learn when you're young is ready, set, go. This is just kind of at a new level.
That's true. All that and much more this week on Steel Horse Thunder. Am I safe in saying you're not riding your own motorcycle today?
No, I'm not.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Don't look now. Crambo's isn't just paint. It's your one-stop shop for motorcycle gear, parts, and service. Crambo's, voted the Indy A-List #1 motorcycle shop 2 years running, has expanded with the state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment for tuning your fuel-injected Harley and a new paint facility to make your bike stand out from all the others. Crambo's also has a new retail area complete with leather, chrome, audio, and all your parts and service needs. Crambo's, voted #1 for a reason.
The attorneys at Leidendorf Law have over 100 years of experience in personal injury and wrongful death litigation. Call us at Leidendorf Law. Leidendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Hey, as you know, we were very fortunate to ride with Rolling Thunder out to D.C. for the Rides of the Wall. So every year we've always tried to support them. Well, this year it's kind of special. You know, they are making their last run as Rolling Thunder to D.C. This is kind of like the last hurrah. So we definitely want to be there to support them for this. And as you know, all our charity rides are sponsored by 36 Saloon out in Rockville, Indiana. It is Indiana's premier motorcycle destination. They have everything you need, whether you need family dining on the inside or whether you want to hang with your buddies at the hog pit outside. It's a great place to go. You got to check this place out. 36 Saloon, Rockville, Indiana. Make sure you tell them Steel Horse Thunder sent you. Now, let's take a look back at this year's Ride to the Wall. Well, it's not every day we bump into the governor when we're out here at rides taking off, but this is kind of a different deal right here. What made you decide to come out here for this send-off?
Well, to say thank you for the attention that Rolling Thunder is continuing to bring to the true meaning, I think, of Memorial Day weekend. We're, still waiting to hear from 1,742 Hoosiers, and that's just the Hoosiers that are prisoners of war, missing in action, and that's a lot of empty chairs in the dining room, and sons and daughters and brothers and sisters and friends and family and loved ones. And so what the Rolling Thunder is doing here, it's not just a ride. There'll be some fun along the way and some good laughs. That's what life's about. But it's a mission, and to know that they're doing it year after year after year, bringing that attention. A lot of us will be spending the weekend in our garages doing cookouts or in the backyard and listening to the Indy 500 race, gathering with friends and family, but not everybody gets to do that with the folks that signed up, took the oath so that we could. And so it'll never be enough to say thank you. We've got to continue to draw attention and never stop the fight to get our loved ones home.
Oh, exactly. I mean, the closure is just, I didn't understand exactly how much that meant to people until we took the ride out about 5 years ago. And I can honestly say I never understood the real meaning of Memorial Day either until I rode with these guys.
Well, I think that's true. I mean, when you look at the state of Indiana and the way that we honor the Gold Star families and the way that we support honor flights,
yes.
Sometimes seeing is believing, and doing it means even more. You get a lot more out of it than you give, and that's why it's so today. As the clouds parted and the sun starts peeking through again, to see all the new riders that are stepping forward. That's such an encouraging sign for me that it's not fading away, that it's actually we're drawing more attention to it. And so, as a patriotic state like Indiana, it makes me proud.
Big group here this year, getting ready to go out to the Run to the Wall. So have you made this ride before?
I have many times, at least about 8 times in the last 14 years.
That's pretty amazing. When was your first run? What year?
That's a 2004.
So what got you involved with Rolling Thunder and everything you guys stand for?
Well, I'm a Vietnam veteran, and I was invited to one of the meetings, not knowing what it was all about. But once I found out what their mission was, I was hooked.
Yeah.
You know, making sure that all of our POWs and MIA small wars are accounted for.
You know, and this trip here out to the wall, it was, you know, we had the honor of doing that a few years back. And I tell you, I am not a military person, didn't come from a military family, but yet it was the most emotional weekend I've ever had in my entire life. And I'm just amazed at, you know, what takes place when you get out to D.C. and the amount of people and the stories you hear. You know, all of a sudden, 1 million people turns into just one or two, you know, because you get to hear these stories. Or we were there for a honor flight coming in for the World War II Memorial. What makes you keep going back to D.C. for this?
Well, it's same as you. I mean, it's just an amazing sight to see everybody coming together for a cause, and we do make a difference. I mean, we've made a big difference. The government, because of us, they find remains. It seems like every week they're finding some remains, and with this DNA the way it is today, it's a closure for the families, and it's just amazing to see the support that Rolling Thunder's had throughout these last 32 years.
Well, it certainly was an honor for us to ride with you guys out there, and I know this is kind of like the last year of the big organized ride out to D.C. and stuff with Rolling Thunder, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other things taking place.
I know there will be.
It's kind of a rainy morning, but the blue skies are coming out, the sun's getting ready to come up, and it's going to be a beautiful day. So what made you decide to take this big trip all the way out to D.C.?
Well, I want to show the government that there are still MIAs and POWs out there that haven't come home yet, and we want them to come home and see their families.
I love it. And how old are you?
11.
11. Okay, so am I safe in saying you're not riding your own motorcycle today?
No, I'm not.
Who are you on? You're on the back of it. Who you riding with?
My dad.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, we're getting ready to take the ride to the wall, man, with Rolling Thunder. This is pretty cool. I understand this is your first time around?
Yes, it is. It's my first time. I've been wanting to do it for the last few years, and this year I just said, this is it. And, you know, when they said that it's going to be the last time there, it's got to mean something, and, of course, it should have a good turnout in the end, too. And I'm kind of interested to see how the next year is going to be when they hold it per state, but yeah, I'm looking for a good ride. It's for a good cause. And on top of anything else, it is for a good cause. You know, we have a lot of POWs out there that have not that have not made it home. So, yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a good one.
Well, I am super glad that you got a chance to get out there and do it, because it's difficult. I mean, I've been wanting to do it, you know, every time, and I made it one. You know what I mean? I only got a chance to make it one time, and it is difficult to get the time off work and all that to do this. So, are you a veteran yourself?
No, I'm not. You know, I know a lot of people that are, so you know, I feel like I'm doing it for them too.
And that's kind of how I am. You know, I'm not a military background at all. And in all honesty, doing the actual demonstration ride through D.C., I kind of felt inside like, should I be out here? Because I didn't serve, but yet I'm there to support. And don't let that even enter your head, because you're there to support, and that's what it's all about on this weekend. It's not an official trip to D.C. on Memorial Weekend until you find Linda. And Linda, you touched our heart when we got a chance to ride with you guys years ago. Does it get any easier doing this trip?
No, absolutely not.
And for new viewers and stuff, can you just share a little bit of the story as to why you do this ride?
My brother is missing in action. He has been missing since 11/28/70. Ron was first in the Navy in a submarine division for 5 years and during the Cold War. He came home and he was a police officer. Then he went back into the Army to be a Green Beret, and which he became. 5 years later in Vietnam, behind enemy lines, he was shot trying to get the helicopter in for extraction for his team, and then it goes into 6 different versions in writing of what happened to my brother, his fate. I don't ever want another family to have to go through this. I'll look for him till the day I die. And I want to take care of our veterans, I want to take care of our military, and I want our soldiers to come home.
It's just it's a tragic story, an amazing story, and I think the word is really getting out. You know, you guys, Rolling Thunder has done a fantastic job year after year after year going out to DC and doing this, because it's not a parade ride. This is a demonstration ride.
That's right. It is not a parade. It is, people tell me, oh, have a good vacation. And I always tell them, it's not a vacation, this is a mission. I come home exhausted. And I'll still keep going there. Whether Rolling Thunder does their yearly thing or not, I'll still go to see my brother's name on that black granite wall.
Well, Linda, I hope you guys have a safe ride out there. I know that the sun's going to come out now. I mean, the blue skies are coming out. It's going to be a good send-off for you guys.
I just pray we'll all stay safe.
Exactly. All right. Well, Linda, it was wonderful to see you, and you know our prayers are always with you. This is what I love about coming out here for the send-off for Rolling Thunder, because every now and then you bump into somebody that you got a chance to ride with when we did the ride. And Chaz, man, it's good to see you. I know you have relocated for quite a while now over in Ohio, and so it's been a long time since I've seen you. How is life treating you?
I couldn't be blessed any more than what I am.
Yeah.
I truly miss this group. There's not a finer group of people than Indiana Chapter 1 Rolling Thunder. Another good blessing that I had too here off for this trip here. My roommate when I was in the Army is here. He came down from Wisconsin, just about a half hour from Lake Superior. He came 500-600 miles to this point right now.
And he's going to do the whole trip with you guys.
Yep. In fact, that right there he is, right there.
That is all right, man. That is so cool, dude. It was so good to see you. It just put a smile on my face when I saw you here, man. So again, be safe out there and make this count.
Well, definitely, and blessings to you and the wife and family and that. And you guys truly warm my heart seeing you again.
All right, if you remember, we did the send-off here, and I got a chance to talk to somebody that was actually had their grown-up son going with them doing this trip, and your wife could not make it because she was battling some cancer, and here she is. How is this?
It's great to have her, and my son's going to meet us later, so we're all going to go as a family here this year.
So have you done this ride before?
No, I haven't. I'm excited to do it.
Do you have your badge?
I do.
There we go. And so how are you feeling?
I am doing wonderful. I have a great doctor. He saved my life, so it's Timothy Getty.
Who else you got to give thanks to, though?
I give God all the praise.
Yeah, that comes before anything else. I'm thankful for the doctors, but yeah, always look to God first, that's for sure. So, how was your trip with your son out to DC?
Great. I enjoyed it. Everything went good. Got a lot of feelings out of it, a lot of memories.
And so no regrets that you didn't go to Sturgis instead?
No, not at all.
It's pretty amazing. I said for me it was life-changing. Could you say about the same for you?
Oh yes, this many brothers going together, it's something else to see and do.
Yeah. Any idea what you're in for?
No, but I've heard it's exciting, and I'm so proud of our veterans.
Plan to do a lot of crying and a lot of laughing.
I've already cried before I left.
Here we go. All right, now once again I run into you here at another ride, and oddly enough, this is probably one of the coolest rides I've ever done in my life. So what made you decide to do the Ride to the Wall?
I strongly support our veterans and all those who serve our country, so I wanted to show up in DC with the group and show my support.
Okay, now I know your jacket is hiding it, but I see a green pin underneath your jacket. What does that stand for?
I'm one of the first-time riders on the ride.
So you're the fun new gal, is that what they're saying?
I'm pretty sure that's what it means.
I still have my badge. I keep it proudly at my house. Do you have any idea what you're in for this weekend?
A whole lot of riding and a whole lot of good times.
Plan on a whole lot of crying as well. A whole lot of crying, a lot of tears, a lot of laughter. It's just, I hope it's as good for you as it was for me.
I think it's going to be a great experience. It's been a long time since I've been out to DC at the monuments, and to be a part of such a great event and organization is really exciting for me. So I look forward to it.
It's just an amazing thing. I mean, when you get out there and when you see everything, it just blows you away. It's just I'm just so glad you're getting to do it. I know I've seen you at the governor's ride and everything else, and so you're going from state government to national government.
I want to go all the way to the White House. One of my goals is to get a picture at the White House. So let Trump and Pence know that I was there. So
right on. Well, man, be safe. Have a good time. Take a lot of pictures, and just store a bunch of it right here in the memory. Last big ride, national ride here. What are your thoughts going into this, Mike?
Well, Scott, this is just the last big ride to Ride for Freedom to Washington, D.C. We're still going to be doing Ride for Freedoms. Matter of fact, we're going to be planning one for Indiana in 2020. Rolling Thunder National wants all the chapters nationwide to do their own demonstration ride in their own state to bring more local attention to, about our POWs and MAs. So it's not the last Ride for Freedom, just the last one in D.C.
Gotcha. So what do you think? You got a big group this year.
Oh, yeah, we got about 136 going with us this year. Yeah, big group. We expect well over 1 million bikes in D.C.
Yeah. Oh, I know it's going to be amazing. Cindy and I wanted to do this so bad with you guys, and it just didn't work out. But, man, you guys be safe out there. And Mike, thank you so much for what you do here in the state of Indiana with Rolling Thunder.
Thank you for what you guys do, Scott. Appreciate it.
Motorcycle riders want the freedom of the open road. Unfortunately, other motorists often do not give riders the proper attention the law requires. Call us at Leidendorf Law. Like family, because we are. You have been injured in an automobile collision, and suddenly your vocabulary has been expanded to include terms totally unfamiliar to you. We know accidents can be overwhelming to the injured victims and their families. You know you can put your trust in the familiar faces of Leidendorf Law. We take care of you and your family so that you can focus on recovering from your injuries. Leidendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Rebecca, you are Southside Harley-Davidson featured woman rider, and I want to hear your story because you have kind of a unique story. You just started riding. You have a great bike. Tell me about this bike and tell me about how you learned to ride.
I grew up on dirt bikes and four-wheelers and stuff, and last summer my son got himself a bike and talked me into getting my own so we could ride together, and so I've been riding for a year, getting ready to go through my course at the Westside Harley-Davidson in June, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'm liking the feel of riding on my own. So
you're on this Kawasaki. Is this your first brand new bike?
Yep, my first brand new bike outside of a dirt bike.
Well, that is pretty cool. Is there anything that you're going to plan on doing to this, or are you going to leave it like it is for a while?
We're putting saddlebags on it, but basically leaving it the way it is, and looking forward to stepping up to a different bike someday.
Someday, give it a few months. Yeah. That way you can get used to this one.
Right.
And you said you haven't even been through the course yet?
Nope. I got my beginners right now, and getting ready to go through the actual course at the Westside Harley-Davidson.
Well, you're going to love that because they teach you so much about riding and just things that you need to know. So I'm glad to hear that you're going to be going through that. Today's your first charity ride also, right?
Exactly. So I was looking forward to it when it came up, and I work here part-time with Donna, and asked her if I could ride and stuff like that, and she said sure can, and so I'm really looking forward to it, and so's my son.
So your son's riding also today?
Yep.
Very cool. So you guys get to ride together. I love to hear women riders getting their, you being a brand new rider out here. I'm so happy to hear that you're going to go through the course and get that done. Do you plan on doing any big rides once you get through that course?
Plan on it when they come up, and
so you don't have a bucket list that, like, okay, this is what I'm going to do because I got a bike?
No, not really. I just take it a little steps at a time, and working my way into it, and just like I said, I just like being able to ride on my own. So.
Well, I'm so excited for you. I just love it. I'm so excited. You are going to do awesome. Have a great time today on this ride. And thank you for being out here with us, and just enjoy many miles on your bike.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a Standard Lawyer commercial. This is a dramatic shot of me walking down the hallway. This is a stage scene of me talking to clients, even though they're not actual clients. This is the closing shot in my office, where I say my catchphrase, looking professional and confident. Look, all lawyer commercials are the same, but not all lawyers are the same. Ladendorf Law has been involved in the motorcycle community for over 35 years, with many more years to come. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are.
People talk about your one-stop shop. Well, Flat Out Motorsports is definitely a one-stop shop.
Maybe you like to hit the streets on two wheels, whether you're a touring guy, whether you're a cruising guy, or maybe you like the sport bikes.
If you'd rather play in the dirt, there's 4 wheels or there's 2 wheels.
Or maybe you've gotten to that point where you're ready for an extra wheel. They got the Can-Am Spyder and the ever-so-cool Slingshot.
Or maybe you don't like the dirt or the road, then you can get on the water. Take this baby for a ride.
No matter what you need, no matter what brand you like to ride, all the safety gear, helmets, whatever you're looking for, it's all right here under one roof. And with the used motorcycle sales, you can pretty much find any kind of motorcycle you like. All right, man, I'm getting to do something that not everybody gets to do. I'm standing right here, man. I'm in the middle of the track, the famed Indianapolis drag strip here. This is really cool. Casey, first of all, thank you so much for inviting us out here. And tell me a little bit what's going on. It's a Friday evening here. We're fortunate we have sunshine. It's temperature's probably about perfect. Just a little windy, but what can we expect tonight?
Yeah, so you're on basically the starting line of the famed starting line of the U.S. Nationals, Lucas Oil Raceway. Tonight what we're hosting is kind of a Friday night grudge and street night. This is an opportunity for folks throughout central Indiana to bring out their cars, their bikes, and see what they can do on the quarter mile. Race against your friends, just a test and tune if you want to see kind of what your bike has from a performance standpoint, or maybe it's your first time coming out here, going through licensing passes, checking out new parts and pieces. This is the night that folks are able to do that. We also have a Wild Wednesday, which is pretty much every Wednesday night throughout the season. Similar in tone to the fact that it's a test and tune all night. Folks that are brand new novices, never been down a drag strip, can bring their bike or even their street car out here and go down this track. Yeah, pretty cool.
And that's something that Cindy is been wanting to do. And we talk with Shaky and stuff, and he's like, "Come on out, I'll show you what to do." And and those kind of nights, and I guess tonight too, it's your own personal vehicle. You get to bring it out. I mean, obviously walking through the parking lot, there's obviously not all of them are street machines, but you can actually just bring your own vehicle out here, and whether it's a car or motorcycle, and run it down the track. You just ran down the track, so I thought I saw 152 or something like that. Tell me a little bit about the run.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run. 152. We got a terrible wind out here today at Raceway, Lucas Oil Raceway Park, and the wind just cut us back probably about 2, 3, maybe even 4 mile an hour on the big end of the track. But other than that, it ran good. We hope for a good pass. We're gonna have to dial in off our last pass, our best pass.
Now, explain what it's like, because I know when you're going down this track, you have grandstands on both sides. Then it's like open field. Is that where the wind hits you?
Yes, sir. It's pretty smooth until when you pass the grandstands. You got to kind of maneuver the body on the bike, kind of work the bike with the body, and kind of hang in there and just stay as low as you can and fight the wind.
So now you're qualified and everything else. Explain to people that aren't familiar with racing what that means to qualify, and you put yourself down at a certain bracket or whatever.
Well, what you'll do, you'll take your best pass on your practice passes, and you'll take the best one, which today I think we go today, 924. So we're going to probably put a 920 on the bike. Now, you'll line up next to somebody else that does the same thing, depending on what their bike can run. If they ran an 890, they might put an 889 on, which means I get to go first. He's got to catch me and not go faster than what he put on his motorcycle.
So you could, if he goes faster than what he put down, then he's actually kind of like breaking out or whatever.
Yes, that's called a breakout. If he goes too fast trying to catch me, he broke out and he's finding the straps. He's going home.
But I know you're a lot more involved in this now, like on the Wednesday nights, and just I know we talked a little bit about it there at the Motorcycle Expo earlier this year. So what can people expect on a Wednesday night?
Okay, Wednesday night, if you enjoy motorcycles and you want to get out here and do it legally, and I stress that legally, no tickets, and if something were to happen, there's an ambulance on site, take care of you. Great fun. Scott's wife, Cindy, she's going to get her jacket on, and I'm going to get her out here one way or the other, and she's going to go down and have fun.
That she will. She's been dying to do this, and I know this is the year we're definitely going to make it happen. So I'm looking forward to that. You know, I say it all the time. I get my fun watching somebody else do the crazy stuff. I'm perfectly content sitting back, drinking a beer or cold soda or anything than getting out there and doing the crazy stuff.
Well, in 2016, the Lord, I had a bad heart attack. The Lord, kept me doing this, and I love it.
It's your life. It's obviously your life. And on Wednesday nights, you're actually out here helping other people that are coming out for the first time, correct?
Oh, yeah, me and Big T and Bill and Tony, we come out here and give a helping hand to anybody that wants. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're here to help. You know, we got to get people involved, because one of these days I'm going to join you for sit back and have a Coke and a smile and relax. I'm not getting any younger, but I'm still having fun.
Tony, now I understand kind of have a unique story here. You used to race, and for whatever reason you stopped, and now you're back to racing again. So tell me a little bit about your racing career.
Well, about 20 years ago I raced out here, and life gets in the way and you kind of stop. And about a year ago, kind of did some pit work for Shaky and Shaky Racing. Kind of got the bug back in me. So my better half, Rebecca Patterson, said, you know what, let's buy a bike, put it together, let's go racing again. It's what you love, let's do it. So that's what we did. Yeah.
And so you guys put this bike together over the winter, and now you're back out here. How many passes have you made this year?
We made, this will be our 4th pass. Okay. So after 20 years, it feels pretty good.
I was going to say, when do you start saying, oh yeah, I remember?
Probably about the 6th pass, but yeah, 4th pass felt good. So yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
And so now it's been rekindled again in you, huh?
Rekindled, back at it, kind of getting the bugs out, and you know, yeah.
As you know, over the years, as you know, we had the. Do you ever want to sing that song? Yeah, you know me, COPD. No, we head to the ride. We head to a ride.
All right, now I'm ready.